Peace is a lie. That is what the Sith believe. They promise power. Now they wield it.
And that is what you believed for a period of time, all to end up with broken promises and a broken heart.
Very much true, Master Kenobi. False promises of power, all too tempting for those young at heart to resist.
Sure thing it would be hard to resist when you're looking at someone with the best looks in the galaxy.
Are you referring to me or you? Either way, must I remind you that I am already attached? Do the annals of history not make it clear?
Crystal clear as ever. But it does not take a trained eye to know that resisting the dark side must have been hard for Revan.
With the power of the Star Forge and its limitless potential to conquer the galaxy, it certainly was. Even as a shell of his former self, he would have easily taken it if he wanted.
Then why did you decide to fall to the dark side? Is it because of him?
It wasn't easy having a mental connection and force bond with a Sith Lord. There was certainly always a taint of darkness in him that had an allure that my younger self was curious to taste.
Ah, imagine that. Darth Revan and his beloved Bastila ruling the galaxy. Maybe I should consider becoming a Sith Lord to actually learn to beat a Sith Lord. Sith Lords aren't really my specialty.
I think there are far better ways of spending your years than wasting your time on the dark side. Trust me, I know what it is. I still feel wasted on some days just cause of those 2 weeks of being a Sith apprentice.
I was only kidding. Do you not make jokes and have humor? Or are you as cold and dull as the Jedi Masters on the Council?
You are on the Council yourself. And no, such things should not be taken so lightly. You are fortunate that you yourself have not fallen.
In all seriousness, it is true. The way of the Jedi is a little hard to keep when your loved ones just keep getting stabbed in the heart by a vengeful, spiked Sith who lost his better half.
You really can't help yourself, can you? I suppose your colleagues will have to deal with that more than I ever will. Your mannerisms are never quite what I would expect of a master.
And a master would hardly end up marrying a Sith Lord, my dear. That is the intrigue of being a Jedi. It just so happens I had a head start and huge responsibility on my shoulders to train this Anakin guy.
It must be a challenge to command a certain respect from your Padawan, given your mannerisms. And from what I hear, he has his own Padawan too, which makes it all the more harder for him to listen.
We know that blindly following instructions isn't the best way to go about doing our business. We need a more attentive ear and a heart.
And if you spent half as much time on that than running your tongue on jokes, who knows what business could have already been done.
A time and place for everything. I would have gone crazy if I didn't do something to cope with all that.
I suppose that's true. It is often quite overwhelming when we see the state of the galaxy, and when we are reminded of our responsibility to it. I am sorry if I have misjudged your behavior.
Apology accepted. Masters should look out for one another after all.